All right, so here's my screen, right? Let's say that you're having this classwork assignment here. I'm going to show you again just how you can rotate. Okay, so I'm just going to start with a regular sheet of paper. If I press it down, all I'm going to do is just do what I mentioned last week, right, with the patty paper and just trace it out, okay? All right, you can be consistent with the lines, however it is, right? Just make sure you draw out the lines very straight. Very important, right? Make sure if um, you have this zoomed in or not zoomed in, whatever the case is, don't change anything with the font size of your computer screen. Otherwise, it's going to mess it up. Okay, so this is my shape. If you can read through here, it says rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, so counterclockwise turn means that I'm going to move it to the left, right? So I'm going to do to the left 1/4 turn. Okay, so if I turn it here, this is what my new shape should be. Okay, and if I look right here, that is 1, 2. This is 0, 2. If I look through the lines, 1, 2, 3. This is 3, 1. So let me write those down. This is 0, 2. This is 3, 1. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, 1. So 1, 3. Okay? And that's how I can rotate it 90 degrees. Again, if you need to see it visually, this is the way to do it. Okay? So trace it out, 1/4 turn, because it tells me counterclockwise to the left, and that's my new shape. All right? And now let's try another one. All right, so let's try this again. Rotation 180 degrees about the origin. This time I'm going to use graph paper. Same exact thing, okay? It may not match up completely. Actually, in this case, mine matches up pretty well with the boxes. It may not always do that, so just make sure you draw your lines. I happen to like graph paper a lot because the lines go both ways. It goes horizontally and vertically, so it's easy for me to write an X and a Y axis as long as I'm not a bad drawer, which as you guys know, I'm really bad at drawing, so that I can't prevent. But again, trace out these shapes, okay? And let me see. If I read this, this is B, and this is U, B, or is that's an R? Oops, R, S, R, S, U, okay? All right, so it's telling me to rotate it 180 degrees about the origin. That means I'm going to do a half turn. Okay, as I mentioned before, it doesn't matter if you do it counterclockwise or clockwise, it's going to be the same thing. I'm just going to do it counterclockwise. That's a 1/4 turn, and then that's a half turn. Okay, so again, you see my lines are really squiggly because, again, I'm not a good drawer. But as long as you match it up, again, the same way, right, you should see here, this is going to be the new R prime. That's 1, comma 0. The next one is going to be S prime, which is -1, comma 2. And the next one will be 3, comma 3. Right? All right, so that's the way I can do it with graph paper. Now, what if I had a sheet protector? Again, this is my personal favorite. Not all of us have it, but look how clear that is. I can just put a sheet protector over it, and I don't have to worry about putting lines, etc. Okay, so here I have my sheet protector, right? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Sharpie. This is easily erasable, which is the best part. It's fading a bit, but draw the line. G, Y, R, B. Right? And this is going to ask us to rotate 90 degrees clockwise, which means I'm going to turn to the right. Okay? I'm going to turn this way, not that way. Clockwise, the way a clock would go. So 1/4 turn, since it's 90 degrees, and this should be my new shape. Okay, so my new shape here is 1, 2, 3, -1, 3, -1. This shape is, or this point is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 2, -4. This is -1, -2. And B now is 1, -1. Right? That's B prime. Okay, so that's a great way to do it. Okay, you have this sheet paper. It's almost like you're writing directly on your screen. So it's a great alternative. If you guys don't understand what the rules, then I highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys do this. Okay, so again, this is another way to do this. Either sheet protector, paper, doesn't matter how. Just remembering the main rules, which is whatever sheet of paper you have, as long as you draw the lines, right? Draw the X and the Y axes, and then rotate either clockwise, counterclockwise. If I'm rotating 90 degrees, I think quarter turn. So I turn, quarter turn, and match the lines again. Okay?